So you want to learn the guitar. First thing, I commend you. It's the best instrument in the world. It's a lifelong partner for you, and you will derive so much joy and satisfaction from it. I can't explain how much you will if you stick with it. It is a very difficult instrument. So here are 5 things to consider before you pick up the instrument, or before you go out and buy one, or when you get it, to think about. The first thing is everybody is different when you learn. Everybody learns differently. Everybody has different tastes. I mean, like different music. You approach things differently. I've been teaching guitar for a number of years. I also have a degree in educational psychology. So I know that. One of the big explanations in psychology is individual differences. People are different, and that's a good thing. Just realize that what might work for a friend of yours might not work for you. So an approach they take might not work for you. That's not a bad thing. You're different, but it might work for you too. So you've gotten a guitar. The next question is, do I get lessons or not? So, and when I say lessons, I mean formalized lessons, sitting down with a guitar instructor and going through a program, a regimented program or an unregimented program, but just sitting down with somebody to get feedback. I mean, there's pros and cons to it either way. When I started out back in the day, I got one formal lesson where I actually paid, and it was a friend of mine. He was very good. He showed me a few things, but it was more about him showing off than about me learning that much. So I tended to go to books and magazines. I learned tablature and kind of listened to my favorite bands, tried to play what they could play, and just picked it up along the way. In hindsight, maybe a couple more formal lessons would have been good for me, might have accelerated the process for me. There's so much stuff out there on YouTube. I wish I had it as a resource when I was learning. I definitely would have increased my ability to take in information and just get better quicker. But there's also something to be said for the journey and enjoying the journey that the guitar takes you on. And I certainly have enjoyed the journey that it has taken me on. So let's say you're going to do lessons, in person or online. There are pros and cons in person and online. Let me tell you a story. A number of years ago, actually, I can give you exact days. So I started teaching at Guitar Center in 2019, and it was November of 2019. And I had a good amount of students when COVID hit. So Guitar Center, to their credit, flexed and pushed everything into Zoom lessons online. So a lot of the students that I had face-to-face converted over to online lessons. And it worked for some, and it didn't work for others. I will always say that in-person lessons are probably the best because you get that feedback. You get the instructor right there showing you what's going on here. They can direct your fingers exactly where they need to on the fretboard right hand. It's just in-person will trump everything else. But not everybody has that luxury. And if you want a certain instructor, they might not be close enough for you to do in person, so you do online. So considerations for online lessons, it's a little bit difficult to get the message across, but they can be very beneficial because it's anytime, any place, it's at your house or home. If time is an issue and getting to a formal session or getting to a place is hard, online lessons are definitely the way to go, and they do work for a lot of people. Like I have several online lessons that I'm giving right now, and they're working pretty good. A consideration for parents, however, is little kids. And this is what happened to me when I was at Guitar Center. I had a number of students that were younger, probably 6 or 7, which is a little young, but if they want to learn, they want to learn. But once it went to online lessons and those lessons went into their home, specifically even if it went into their bedroom, their parents were watching, but the kids' attention to the instrument and what they're trying to learn is a challenge. I got shown new Legos, what new toys were going on instead of doing formal lessons. Actually, it's fun. The kid that I was working with, he was, "Here's my new Lego, let me see that." And it was, "Oh, that's cool." Dad and I had a talk, and it's like, it's probably not beneficial to continue with the online lessons. And he said, "Yeah, I didn't want to take their money." He wasn't learning, so when in-person lessons opened up, you can come back in and start again. If you got little kids and you're going to do lessons for them, then they're motivated to do it, then in-person is probably the way to go. Online is a little bit tricky, but it did work for older kids who are a little bit more mature. It seemed to work pretty good for them. So the next thing to consider with guitar, and especially if you're going to meet with an instructor, but even yourself, is what are your goals? Why are you picking up the instrument? I always ask the students I'll do a little formal 20-minute get to know you session before the formal lessons start. And just my question is, why the guitar? Why'd you pick it up? Where do you want to go with it? And it can range from, well, I want to be able to sit around a campfire, strum some chords, and everybody can sing along to some songs that everybody knows. Cool, because that's going to set up the lesson and how it goes from there. Or it's, I want to get really good, I want to start a band, I want to write my own music. Are you doing covers of your own music? That's another aspect of it. Or it's just, hey, I just want a hobby. I want to pick something up, learn it. I've always looked at the guitar, thought it would be fun, and even professional. I want to become a professional musician. Knowing those goals ahead of time can help kind of steer you as well as your instructor if you're going with formal lessons along those lines to kind of get you there. But I'll also say be flexible in those goals, because it might pop up. You might be, hey, I'm pretty good at this. I'm picking stuff up pretty quick. Maybe I can do some things that I didn't think I was capable of doing. The fifth thing that I'm going to talk about, and this is what I talk about with all my students, there are rules to music. I call them music theory. There are rules, but there are no rules. If everybody followed this strict guideline of how to do it, then we wouldn't have had Jimi Hendrix. We wouldn't have had Eddie Van Halen. We wouldn't have had all these great guitar players that are out there that kind of broke the rules. And that would be pretty boring with music. And music is not boring. And there's all these genres and all these guitar players that are really, really great. Eddie Van Halen had a teacher, and I'm going to cite this because I've adopted it. Maybe I heard it from them, or maybe I didn't. But if it sounds good, it is good. It might not be a chord that anybody ever dreamed of, or you might be doing something that goes against theory. But if it sounds good, it is good. And that's the beauty of guitar, is that it's a journey. It's a journey that you're taking. And you want to enjoy that journey. Any journey in life, there are ups and downs. There's tough times and there's good times. And you will notice that when picking up the guitar, the instrument, you will have tough days. And you will have easy days. And something will click and it'll be, oh, this is awesome. And you'll love doing it. And there'll be times when you're just so frustrated that the guitar hangs on the wall in the stand for a little while. Even picking it up, doing something every day. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of noodling around doing nothing that seems formal or anything is doing something. It's pushing you a little bit further down the road. So don't give up. Don't ever give up on the instrument. In my perspective, and one of my goals for when I work with students is that I want you to learn to love the instrument and the journey that it's going to take you on. Whether you're just a hobbyist, whether you just want to sing around the campfire, or whether you want to go up on the stage in arenas and play to thousands of people. The journey is amazing, it's fun, it's rewarding. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this gave you some considerations. I hope you get a guitar. I hope you get more than one guitar. You learn how to play and find something that brings you enjoyment. And maybe enjoyment for family and friends. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. That's a great way to support this channel. Or even just follow one of the affiliate links to Amazon down below. You don't even have to buy what's there. Just get something that helps support the channel and videos like this. So thank you very much and have a great day.